morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, it's Thursday, and we get some export sales data today, and some people are putting a little bit more importance on these numbers than normal. Low numbers like we've been seeing would suggest that on October 12th, the USDA could lower especially U.S. corn and soybean export numbers. Now, returning to maybe some good numbers, especially in the beans, could allow them to, again, delay any negative decrease in exports until maybe November. Again, right now, Brazil, Argentina, soybean meal, and soybean oil prices are lower than U.S., and China import demand seems to be less than what the USDA is currently forecasting. We continue to watch China COVID things. There is some talk that they might start relaxing some of the COVID restrictions, which could open up their markets for raw material imports. We'll also be watching any tension between China, U.S., and Taiwan, and also be watching anything as far as China banks and their whether they have issues or not because of the properties. War in Ukraine continues to escalate. Ukraine is moving into some of the sanctions area of Ukraine, recently sanctioned by Russia. And Putin has said that he will stabilize those four areas. So we'll have to kind of watch and see how all that unfolds. Again, talk about sanctions, capping Russian oil prices adds to uncertainty as to how much wheat Russia can export, even though they are the lowest price wheat in the world. World wheat buyers are slow in buying because of reduced revenues, and so we'll see if that impacts the USDA world wheat supply and demand. Continues to be mostly dry across the southern plains. There is a chance in the next 6 to 10 days that the Midwest could see some scattered showers. But again, our weather guy feels that through the end of the year, for the most part, we'll see below normal precip across much of the Midwest and the southern plains. Temperatures might be a little bit above normal in the west, but below normal in the east. It's also interesting that in trying to give some comments to producers here in the United States, one question that pops up is, what's the spring going to be like? And for him, it's going to be continued drier than normal conditions. We might see some showers in February, maybe early March, but after that, March through May could be drier than normal in 2023. So we'll also be watching pretty closely what the Fed does. Again, we've been trading mostly, will they increase interest rates or will they slow down the pace of increasing rates because of the impact it might have on the economy. Same for world central banks and the impact it may have on global economies. So again, markets are lower right now, and we'll see how we go into the end of the week after the export sales and getting ready for next week's USDA report.